When I built my infinity cube, the stand that I built for it was not quite how I wanted it to be. For one thing, to me, it looks a bit disproportionately small. Another reason I decided to rebuild it was because the touch buttons didn't really work as well as I hoped that they would. This new design will be a bit bigger and will have proper touch sensors for the buttons. This new updated stand is a bit more like I originally wanted it to be, but not completely. Think of this video as a starting point for some concepts that you can improve on. I will comment during some parts of the video, so sit back and watch the build process. And please leave a comment with any feedback or questions that you have. This will be the inside of the stand. Give yourself at least half of an inch's space. A bit more would be even better. These corners will be tapered. The touch sensor board that I'm using has 3 wires that will connect to the Arduino. GND goes to ground. VCC can go to 5 volts or 3 volts power. I/O will go to one of the data pins. These 2 solder pads are for a sensitivity capacitor, but I will not be using one. I'm soldering a wire to the lower pad to connect to my touch switch. The drill bit that I used here is smaller than it should have been. It did work, but I wish I would have made it the same size of the holes in the feet. I ended up wishing that I added the touch sensor after attaching the foot to the pillar. The wires kind of got in the way during one of the next steps. Hold on, I need to interrupt with some important information. These contact points need to be aligned fairly well with the points on the cube. Since I used aluminum tape on the sides of the cube, if these points contact that tape, they can short out together and damage the Arduino. I would recommend planning the decorations on the cube for this possibility. Or if you have already built the cube, like I have, you can add a coating to the tape. Something like clear fingernail polish should work. You could also file off the tape at the corners to break the connections of the different sides. Obviously, making sure the contact points line up perfectly will help, but these other suggestions will act as safeguards to possible alignment variations. And that's it for the build process of the stand. Next, I will discuss what the touch buttons do. After the startup sequence for the lights, the cube goes into an off mode. Tapping the front button toggles it on and off. The right button toggles it between the light's randomly flashing pattern and a pulsing pattern. The left button switches it to a color cycling pattern. To stop the color cycling pattern, you need to tap the left button a second time, and it will go back to the previous pattern with the current color. When I get this Arduino code ready to share, I will have a link to it in a pinned comment. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know what other patterns or functions that you would like to see in the cube. I hope the information that I shared here helps you with designing the stand for your cube, and I would love to see what you come up with. I have my social media links listed in the description for each of my videos.